Hey guys, it's Zach here, and I wanted to bring you another amazing deal from one of my coaching students. I just got off the phone with him on my way here to pick up the kiddos from school, and it's just one of those deals, and it's another deal that my coaching student went into a virtual market. And why? Because his market can't produce the same types of returns that other types of markets can. And so I've been working with him for a little bit, getting everything set up, getting the foundation together, and then executing a plan to go after to build highly lucrative rental properties that have an amazing cash on cash return. And so I want to give it up to Olin, amazing guy, making things happen. Well, one of the deals that we're looking at with him and we're working with him on is we identified a series or a package of duplexes from one seller. And the guy's he's burned out. He just wants to get rid of them. He's been doing it forever and a day, and he's ready to retire and he's ready to cash out. And so this goes back to what I've been telling you and what I tell all my coaching students, that, a very good threshold to look for is if you can find units between $30,000 and $35,000 that rent for $500 a door. You always know your returns will be moving in the right direction if you achieve that. And so this portfolio of duplexes are all rented, except for one unit, which when we went and looked at it, there was people walking up asking if it was available. I mean, that's how easy this unit would be to fill. And most of the tenants there have been there long term. That's another key thing. Long-term tenants are great. If you can find rentals with long-term tenants, you're taking over a great opportunity right there. They're going to stay. You don't have to worry about them moving out and fixing things. Unless the rents are low and they're not really compatible with the market rents, then that could be a case where your portfolio or your investment is riding low and you can increase it. And so let's talk about this deal though. So these are one bedroom with a loft room and a living room, a kitchen, and a bathroom. So there's really like a 2-bedroom kind of mix in these. They're all kind of all in one little area by a cul-de-sac, so they're great to be managed. And they're in a nice part of town, right? Walking distance to an elementary school, quick access to interstate to get to places, and just know that these deals are out there. They may not be in your market, but they're out there and you can go find them. And so looking at the investment, we're going to probably get these things down to about $280, somewhere in there. So if you think about that, it's a package of 5 duplexes. That's 10 units. That's a pretty good deal. So we're talking a 10-unit investment at about $28,000 a unit, and they meet our threshold. And so after we run all the numbers and we take out all the expenses, meaning, and you got to understand what I mean by expenses, okay? I don't mean just normal, what most people do which is management, things like that, but I mean all the expenses. Your primary expenses, which is if you're paying any utilities, any water, trash, sewer, plus management. So once we take all that out, then we take the debt services, which is the mortgage payment, and taxes and insurance that has to be paid. Plus, one more thing that I always advise my students to do is to remove a reserve account. And that reserve account is a percentage of gross rents that we collect. And that reserve account is there to help us offset any future maintenance issues or any vacancies that might happen. But as that reserve account builds, you then have a bucket of money sitting there that you don't have to have that reserve account anymore, but we have to build it first. So with all that in there, with all the primary expenses, all the secondary expenses, and the reserve account, this thing spends off about $24,000 per year in a net operating income. that's a good deal already. People would say, oh, that's good. But what makes it a great deal is when we look at the amount of money that has to be spent to acquire it. And in this deal, our student is only going to have to come out of pocket maybe $50,000 to $60,000, which gives him a cash on cash return of like 40%. That, my friend, is why we do what we do. Helping people just like you reach the level of success through financial independence, through real estate, creating cash flow, looking at not just the cash flow, but the return on the money spent. So, big thumbs up to you, Olin. I'm excited to see how this thing plays out for you. I'm just happy to be part of your journey. I'm happy that we were able to identify an amazing deal that you're going to be able to jump on that's going to give you 40% cash on cash return with a reserve account, which means it's even higher than that if we take the reserve account into our pocket at the end of each year. But at the end of the day, you've done an amazing job. Keep doing what we're telling you to do, and I'm just happy for you, my friend. I'm happy to see you reach the success. We only need 4 more deals like this, and you're at that $100,000 a year mark of passive cash flow. And you did it. I guided you, but you're doing the work. Keep doing it. Everyone else, you can do this too. Get the right help that you need. My name is Zack Childress with the REI Success Academy team, and we can help you just like everybody else. See you guys.